Ooh, welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Well, the day has come. The decision part 2 for LaPhony, LaBrick, LaSorry, LaFailure, LaChoke, James. He will make this announcement at 12 p.m. Eastern, high noon, to make this decision. A lot of people don't know what it is, so they're speculating. And the easy thing to speculate is not what I'm going to speculate. I will tell you what I think is going to happen, or what he's going to say. But first, let's talk about what everybody else is saying what he's going to say. A lot of people think he's going to say that he's going to announce his retirement and say this is going to be his last year. Now, I don't really think that's to his benefit in a way. Yes, for the media to shower him and honor him, that's great. That happens every damn game that he plays. So it's really nothing big. But in my eyes, I don't think it's really good that he announces his retirement. It gets like, what he think is going to be, serenaded around the league. And everybody's going to be like, oh yeah, LeBron's leaving. They're going to be crying, and all the fans, they care. And, no, this guy isn't Kobe Bryant. This guy isn't Michael Jordan. This guy destroyed the game. The fans taunt him. The fans don't like him and wish he would leave. He cheated. He choked. He melted down. They changed the rules of the game so he could keep playing, so he could make the playoffs in 06. Array of things. It just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. So what I'm saying is, I don't think it's to his benefit that he announces his retirement. I don't think it's like that. I think if he went around the league, a lot of these games where he's going to play his last game in some of these arenas, I think they're going to boo him. I think they're going to boo him. I don't think it's going to be good for him. So, to me, I would think it'd be better off if he just don't announce his retirement, and then the season ends, and then he just retires like that. Now, this is what I think might happen. I didn't say will. I didn't say gonna happen. This is what I think might happen, since he hasn't played one preseason game, and it looks like he doesn't care to play any preseason game, so they can get some cohesion between this new group of guys. All of them aren't new. I'm just saying, as a group, you're new. This is Luka's first full year, so you would think that you would want to show up in preseason. Nobody's asking this guy to play 4 quarters. Even in the NFL, they throw the quarterbacks out there. You could say for the first quarter or something like that. It's not about, whatever. So because he's not playing no preseason games, or he hasn't yet, I think it's because of he might announce that he's just retiring on the spot. He's just going to retire on the spot right then and there. Yeah, he ain't played no preseason games. And the fact that, they say he's got a pull glute, which is a lie, which is an excuse, so he can buy time to practice and don't play in any preseason games. Because to me, if he's just gonna retire, period, why play any preseason games? Why go to practice? So that's one of the things I think he might do. That's one of the things. He might just say, I'm retiring. That's it. Why play a whole damn season at 41 years old? You're not going to win. You really don't need the money. I guess they would take that money away because he's not playing. He don't need the money. And, they're probably not going to win a championship. They don't need him to go as far as where they're going to go. They don't need him. They're not winning a championship. They don't need him. The only people that need LeBron James is the NBA, folks. The NBA ratings are horrific. The only thing that's keeping the NBA afloat is LeBron James shenanigans. That's it. Once this guy retires, the NBA is done. Just like baseball, They're done. They was kicking all the American players out, especially the black players, in the early 2000s. Once that Barry Bonds smoke cleared from the steroid allegations, once that smoke cleared, guess what? We looked up and it was nothing but Latinos or international players. Like 90% in the MLB that couldn't even speak English, couldn't promote the game. And it was over. It was over. Nobody wanted to watch the product. Nobody wanted to watch the product. Look, sports is more than just hitting the ball, catching the ball, throwing the ball. You got to have some connection with the fans. You got to have some kind of soap opera, some kind of storyline, this and that. Why do you think they got the Negroes to abolish their league and go into the Major League Baseball? White people had an 80-year head start, and black people still own half the damn records. That will never, to me, I don't think they'll be never broken by these new players in the MLB. A league that I never would watch. I grew up, my first sport was baseball. I grew up playing baseball, watching baseball. And why should I support it? You kicked all the black players out, and I'm not going to support it. Well, I'm not going to. And then they lied about it. They said, oh, yeah, black people, they're just gravitating towards football and basketball. What? What? You're trying to tell me the laziest sport or the easiest sport, black people all that who are naturals at the sport suddenly don't want to play the sport? The Bo Jacksons, the Ricky Hendersons, the Cecil Fielders, the Barry Larkins, the Dave Justices, the Kirby Pucketts, the Joe Carters. What the hell is this guy? What are they? Even Mike Wilbon said this, one of the biggest sellouts on TV. The Barry Bonds, the Bobby Bonillas. Black people don't want to play something that they were naturals at. So you brought in the closest thing to black players, right? The Dominicans. Anyway, a sport on offense where you sit down, folks. A sport on defense where you stand around. And you have guaranteed contracts. No, it wasn't that. They started a Caribbean league and start getting these players, instead of paying American AAA players, AA players, $1 million or $2 million in a farm league. They started these Caribbean leagues in Latin America where they just pay these guys, $50,000, $100,000, and that's great for them. That's good money. But it's not proven they've been better players or they've been able to push the game. And these NBA players these days, these top 5 players, Luka, Joker, Giannis, did I say SGA? NBA, these guys cannot push the game. They're not able to push the game. That's why you have these 210 clown acts. LeBron James, I don't mean to say nothing about Steph Curry, but, Kevin Durant, James Harden, we know Kawhi Leonard is a clown act now. They need these clown acts to show up and put on this damn circus act just so anybody will keep talking about the NBA. That's what it is, folks. So, again, once LeBron James retires, it's over. It's already over in the ratings. No, people only talk about LeBron James because they don't like him. They don't like him. But for a lot of people, he's their money lifeline. He's their money lifeline. Right? That's what sells. That's what the NBA decided what's going to sell their league. Buffoonery. Not greatness. Not greatness, folks. This dude putting on a circus act and doing things wrong. Flopping, cheating, building super teams, don't have no high skill level. Those skills at a high level. Can't shoot the mid-range at a high level. Can't shoot free throws at a high level. Can't shoot threes at a high level. Can't give you no paint work at a high level. Can't give you no leadership at a high level. Come on. Let me lead my team to a championship. Let me get a great player out of the draft and let's do this. No. Always got to go get other teams' #1 franchise players all of his career, either to get his ass kicked or just to win a championship and get beat by teams who ain't even a super team. Right? So, Nobody wants to listen to the media. Nobody wants to listen to ESPN. They done destroy sport. I mean, the NBA, along with this guy. Nobody. The NBA is so bad that this is the guy they had to push for the last 22 years just so anybody would care about the NBA. That bad. I wouldn't say the last 22 years. I would say since the 2010s. But this is the guy, folks. You ever heard of the face of your league being hated by the fans? Ugh. Never will you watch any sport and the face of the league is hated by the fans. The fans walked away. You never heard of this, folks. But the NBA had nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else. Bill Russell was known as one or two greatest leader of all time, probably one or two defensive player of all time, and rebounder of all time. Wilt Chamberlain was known for the greatest all-around player and the most dominant player, and probably the greatest athlete. These two dudes in the 60s were the face of the league, folks. They weren't hated by the fans. And they had skills. Okay? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has skills in the 70s. As a great player, offensive player, rebounder, defensive player. Larry Bird, one of the greatest all-around players we've ever seen. And Magic Johnson, both great leaders. Michael Jordan in the 90s. We know about Mike in the face of the. I'm just trying to tell you, how the hell did this guy in the 2010s become the face of the league? In the only era until now, still been the face of the league, hated by the fans. It's just crazy. But again, the NBA is this awful. This is all they got. This is all they got. The NBA is a dead ass product. Sorry, guys. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm going based on the ratings. And I saw Gilbert Arenas this morning talking about the announcement the decision. And this is why the NBA is dead. Because this guy would rather be a clown act and like this guy's supposed to make all this money. I say this about all these players. Where's y'all money at? That you have to literally get up on here and act like a clown and lie. And lie. And lie just to get views, just to make money. Right? This is one of the guys that helps destroy the credibility of the NBA. Or keeps, destroying the NBA by lying. Just to make money. This is what this guy does. He lies to make money. And then he'll tell the truth. And then he'll lie. This dude is one of the biggest clown acts there is. But he got on there, he got like a little short. And he's like, no, don't do it, LeBron James, don't do it. And he's acting like he's in agony, pain, suffering, because he feels like he don't want LeBron James to retire. He says that look at who they got. Look at the team that they got. Rory ain't good enough, Ayton ain't good enough, Luka ain't good enough. All the guys on the Lakers, they're basically trash. And basically, he said that if he leaves, it looks like the team that Kobe was playing with when Shaq left. Wow. This is where we are, folks. LeBron James is the weak link in the team, actually. Whoever he plays for, he's the weak link. They have to hold him up. They have to get the real rebounds. They have to get the real points. They have to play all the defense while letting him get his stats. So he'll get his easy stats that the NBA has provided, because the way the game is played now. Ask Gilbert Arenas how the game was played when he came into the league. It wasn't played like it's playing now. Now it's played so LeBron James was able to play as long as he's playing now, and so a lot of these international players could be NBA players. Remember, back in the day, we had international players in the NBA. Did you forget? Hey, LeBron James fans, did you forget that Dominique Wilkins, Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon, Dikembe Mutombo, John Stockton, and the list goes on. We had Manute Bowl. Ain't like we didn't have international players, Shrimp, in the NBA. We had them. The problem was we had the best. The best. The best. And most of them went to the colleges here in the United States. They went over there practicing Euroball and shooting a three-point contest, and then come over here and dominate us like they did the LeBron James guys in the FIBA in the Olympics. So yes, we had international players, but it was the best international players in the world. We want a whole bunch of international players sitting on the damn bench. Gilbert Arenas, he knows better. The NBA was not like it is today or in the 2020s as when he played. And you better believe when this LeBron James retires, they're going to start crapping on the NBA. The way it's played, they're going to say this is trash. Watch the media. And these guys that got platforms, they're going to say this NBA 2020s is trash. Yeah, it's about time, man. Everything's falling apart. The NBA is at all. Nobody, literally, LeBron James is literally getting some of the lowest rating games on holidays now. The past few years, nobody wants to see this guy play. He's not exciting, or they're going to cheat. The referees, or they're going to cheat for him. They had to be okay and let the rules fall by the waist just to let this guy keep playing it. Oh, my fault, guys. Or I don't know where I was. Or this is number two. Or I think that, he's going to announce that he's going to another team. Sounds pretty crazy, right? And I know it would be weird because he's not a free agent, but maybe he would announce it for the team. Maybe I don't know how that would go. But I wouldn't doubt it if he announces he's going somewhere else. Think about it. He hasn't played one single game, hasn't practiced one time. And when you hear about the decision, the first decision, he went to another team. So don't be surprised if LeBron James goes to another team. Don't be surprised. I don't know how that, like I said, he's not a free agent. So you would think that the team or the manager or something like that would announce, sending him over there. But, he gets to do what the hell he wants to do. So instead of, them saying, oh, yeah, we trading him. Because, you don't want that. You don't want that under his belt that he got traded. Because, he's too good for that. So, they might let him announce that he's taking his talents, because it will be his option. I think they would have to go through him and ask him, can they trade him? If I ain't mistaken, they just can't do it. So it's still like, him making a decision when it comes down to it. So I'm just saying, to me, this is what I think. I didn't say it's going to happen, but either that he's going to just walk away and retire right then and there, because he hasn't played a preseason game. He hasn't played in practice. They made up a lie. Or he's going to get traded. He's going to another team. And I don't know where else he will go. Maybe to Cleveland. Maybe to... You don't know, man. You don't know what these people in the NBA... You just don't know. They don't care about the game, man. They care about, when they've been promoting this guy all this long and been destroying the NBA, and these players really don't have no voice about nothing. The 2020s guys, they just been playing since the 2020s. I mean, some of them been playing before that, but I'm just saying this is their era. It's not LeBron James' era. It's the guys who are top 5. This is their era. And, a lot of these guys who are top 10 also, this is their era to, kind of like show what kind of NBA they want. the Lucas, the Giannis's, the Jokers, the SGA, the Anthony Edwards, the Taylor. This is their NBA. Also, like I said, if somebody else will win another ring on LeBron James' watch from the 2020s, that would be an embarrassment. A Joker, a Giannis, especially a Curry, SGA, these type of guys who already won a ring in the 2020s, that would be an embarrassment on LeBron James' watch. Now, to me, I've always said they've been stopped from winning another championship. They've been actually stopped. I don't think the league will not let them win another ring as long as LeBron James is actually playing on the court, because it actually that stains his legacy for one of those guys to win another championship in the 2020s. And he's had, now we can see a top 10, top 5 player every year playing with into many people, loaded teams, and he's supposed to be the GOAT. So yes, for him to retire, the NBA can move on. You got to have guys winning another ring. You got to have other guys winning another ring, so you can start hyping this thing back up. A Joker winning another ring, a Greek Freak winning another ring. Hell, maybe even Curry. And see you later, LeBron James. It's just the way it is. So the obvious, easy answer is LeBron James is going to announce his retirement, and he wants to be serenaded throughout the season. To me, it'll just be by the media. To me, they're having all this stuff at these arenas for him. It's being forced because no fans really care about him. They don't buy his jersey. They don't buy his shoes. They boo him and everything like that. So to me, it's better off he just walk away. Because if he announces his retirement, they're going to do everything they can in their power to destroy this NBA season. They already do everything in their power to destroy the NBA season for him every year. But if he announces his retirement and he plays this year, oh God, they're going to destroy this year. They're going to do everything they can to make sure these guys win. The referees, the NBA, to make sure he goes out on top. It's just going to be a joke. They didn't do this for Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, I was thinking about this the other day. Michael Jordan didn't need help. He didn't go get help. He didn't come back to the Wizards and go get help to win. He said, it's either on my back or that's it. He didn't go get Anthony Davis. He didn't go get, all these other players who were top 5, top 10. He didn't go get these guys. It was on his back. That's the number one thing about the retarded fans. The retarded fans, they can't get past when they talk about Michael Jordan's years in Washington. In the dead ball era, he didn't go get defensive help, all NBA defensive help, and he didn't go get an all-time great player. He didn't go get that help. And it only meant one thing: he wasn't there to win. If he won, that was great. It could show how great he was after not playing for 3 years, by not having no help. But in turn, by him not winning with no help or being able to, get to the top, get to the playoffs, we all know he got busted up. But it just shows how good the league was back then. If Michael Jordan would have made the playoffs with a busted knee and, did all this stuff, I don't know. And with a busted knee with no help, it would have made the league look a little weak. But now we look back, it just shows how great the league was, how strong the league was. You had to have help to make the playoffs, to go anywhere and stuff like that. But Mike didn't need no help. Even if Mike made the playoffs, he wasn't going nowhere with no help. That wasn't his goal. The goal was really, he was looking out for the league. He came back to help the NBA out in ratings. The ratings had fell off the map. It wasn't like today or like the 210s, but it was going down. Michael Jordan just came back for the love of the game. We say for the love of the game, it was to help the game out. All the power was in the damn West. Back when Mike was playing, just about all of his career, all the power was in the East. And hell, you could say by the time Kobe and Shaq was dominating, winning the three-peat, the top best 5 players was on the same team. Kobe and Shaq. Hey, we never seen that before. I guess Kareem and Magic. But yeah, Mike didn't go get help because he wasn't there to actually try to win championships. You're comparing a guy that was already sold up, changed the game, the greatest player of all time, had the greatest career, to LeBron James at 40 years old. A guy who failed, destroyed the game, melted down, choked. This is the guy they compared to Michael Jordan. Not Larry Bird, not Magic Johnson, not Kobe Bryant, not Kareem, not Wilt, not Bill Russell, not Tim Duncan, not Hakeem. This fool right here. This is crazy. You just can't even. This is the guy they compared to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, the flawless one, the god of basketball. Wow. And you wonder why the NBA is where it is? Michael Jordan did win 6 championships. Michael Jordan with the 6 championships in 5 out of 6 legendary finals. Showed up and showed out. Not with a super team, not with other teams' #1 franchise players. Did Michael Jordan show up to the finals? Not other teams' #1 franchise players. Michael Jordan showed up and showed the hell out. Michael Jordan is legendary in the finals, the playoffs, the regular season, the dunk contest. From the mid-range, dunking on dudes, the swag, the trash talking. Dude's fearing Mike. Everybody wanted to be like Mike. Nobody wants to be like LeBron James. Never has, never will. Go back and watch Michael Jordan early years, his first, second, third year. This dude was getting cheered by the opponents. I've never seen nothing like it in my life. By the opponents, by the crowds. He was getting cheered throughout the game. The fans was like, beat my team. I've never seen nothing like it in my life. Never seen nothing like it. Because they never seen nothing like it. I'm done. So again, like I said, maybe he's going to announce that he's going to another team. I don't know why. I don't know why he would want to run the court another year for what? What is that proving? It's just proving they stealing more money. And this is another reason why the NBA ratings is where it is. Because these dudes all been stealing money. I ain't gonna say all of them, but a lot of them stealing money, not playing. It don't amount to nothing. These seasons that these guys are playing. And the fans are walking away. When the fans don't want to watch the game, the fans say you guys ain't worth this money. And when they say you ain't worth this money, they mean your style of play, the play on the court, period. You as a player, you're not worth my time. You're not worth the viewership, folks. You're not worth it. LeBron James, like sports and fitness likes to say, he didn't go through the grind. It was given to him. He didn't go through the damn grind. Michael Jordan went through the grind. He wasn't supposed to beat the Cavs. They were underdogs to the Cavs. He wasn't supposed to beat the Pistons. Even the year they won the championships, the Pistons was supposed to win. But Michael Jordan went through the grind, didn't run, was respectful. He went through the grind, didn't build super teams, didn't leave his team. LeBron James ain't go through no damn grind. When he showed up to the finals in 07 and got curb stomped, it melted down. We know he didn't choke because he wasn't supposed to win, but when he melted down, it was over, folks. Remember, like I always tell you, anybody can say what they want to say. This is the key thing here to always remember. And they can't get past this right here. The 2007 NBA Finals ratings. Remember, up to that point, LeBron James lost the plumbers and the FIBA. I don't care how many minutes he got. He's supposed to be Michael Jordan once he come into the NBA. That's what they labeled him as. Don't tell me about him getting beat by Manu Ginobili and some plumbers and him not being able to get minutes. No, they hyped this guy up to be the greatest player coming into the NBA. More than Magic, more than Bird, more than Jordan, more than Kareem, more than Wilt, more than Russell, more than Barkley. Anybody. Miss me. 2006, he get curb stomped again. Remember, he was averaging 30 points a game that year. Wade was coming off the NBA Finals, in the Finals MVP. And the rest of these guys, Bosh, Carmelo Anthony, and all these other guys, into their career. And they get curb stomped in the FIBA. Now imagine this. And he missed his first 2 years in the playoffs. By time now, I think he was on all NBA first team like one time. LeBron James, if I ain't mistaken. Because that year he went to the finals, he was on all NBA second team. Now, with all that said, leading up to the NBA finals, how great do you think that guy was? Won all NBA first team, missed the playoffs 2 times, got curb stomped by plumbers internationally. They had to take out defense just so this dude could make the playoffs. Missed the playoffs with an all-star teammate in 2006. This guy was nothing to nobody. So when 2007 came, and we're talking about the lowest ratings in the NBA Finals, yes, Tim Duncan was there. But you can't, and before that, Tim Duncan did have the lowest rating finals of all time. I think it was against the Nets, if I ain't mistaken. Fine. But you can't have lower ratings than that. If you're the king, you're the chosen one, you can't have lower ratings than the Nets and Spurs. You shouldn't even be in the top 5 to me if you're that dude. You finally got here, you're here. That you shouldn't be getting the number 1. Okay, like I said, you could get, I don't know how you get number 2, but goddamn, you could get number 2, and I guess that would be okay. But you can't get number 1. Lowest ratings finals of all time. But like I told you, this is where we was with this guy. Nobody cares. Nobody want to see this guy play. Nobody was thrilled about this guy's game. His whole image, persona, everything about this guy made the hell up to that point. But guess what? You can't beat, you can't trick people's actual eyes. You can't do it. So what I'm trying to say is, by these finals being the lowest ratings of all time, is that nobody wanted to see this guy play. Nobody cared. This was 2007. Nobody was stopping anybody from seeing this game. Because Kobe played the next year. It didn't have lowest rating finals of all time. Remember, Kobe is supposed to be the guy who, had a case against him and all this stuff. You can't get, you can say whatever you want. Nobody wanted to see this guy in his first finals. You're supposed to say, yeah, this is Tim Duncan. I'm taking down this dynasty. Get out, get in the forefront, and talk ish. They only lost by, 5 points here, 8 points here, 3 points. They want to get blown off the floor. They were losing because this guy didn't show the hell up. He didn't show up. And when you couple that together, him not showing up in the NBA Finals, in the ratings, what does it say? What does it say, folks? Well, one, like we already said, nobody cared about this guy. That's pretty cold. Put a blanket over this guy. Give him some gloves. Give him a scarf. Nobody cared about this guy. For two, I guess they were right. Because right not to watch it, because at the end of the day, it would have been the fans a waste of time to watch this guy play. Just like in the 2020 bubble, a waste of time to watch this guy play. It was over for this guy once. Listen, the 2000s guys, even though they cut out defense in 2006, and it really didn't work to his advantage, it probably hurt him more than anything that they cut out that defense. It helps him in the sense that he can become a better scorer with no resistance. But guess what? You don't play no damn defense anyways, so it's hurting your team in the long run. So now you're going to get beat even more because you're not a defender. And now these guys' skill levels go up 1-2 notches over yours because you don't have that type of skill level from the 3, from the 2, from the mid-range, from the paint. You don't have it. All you do is got charged to the basket skill level. That's on a high level. So I'm just saying, it's about time this guy just retire right then and there. And don't come back. Don't even play this season. But as we know with this guy, it might be some shenanigans. Who knows? It might not even be about retirement. But to me, those are my two options. To me, that would make sense. He retire on the spot. Well, don't make sense. I'm not trying to say make sense, but would seem like that's what he's going to do. It would make sense in a way for him to retire right now. But as far as the number 2 option, him going to another team. Him because if he went to another team, you know what this would be? It would be, oh my God. The NBA would get a boost on social media platforms. They will be talking about this stuff ad nauseum. So I guess we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.